you have to track everything from how quickly, for example, you put the asset out online, how did it perform the first 24 to 48 hours? What percentage of it is being watched? What's the demographics of the people watching it? What's the age group of the people watching it? So if you're targeting young people, right, 13 to 18 years old, but for whatever reason, when you publish the asset, the people that are interacting with your content is mostly people in their 50s, there must be something that you should do to adjust, right? Because we don't know until you start to look at the data. Track all the interactions so that you know what part of it is working. And this is very important. What part of it is working and what part of it is not working. For example, when you have testimonials, you have educational content, and you have corporate type assets where, corporate image type stuff. Most of your interaction is coming from the educational content, right? So going into next year, it makes sense to sit down and say, listen, we're having so much success with your educational content. Instead of spending $30,000 on your corporate image commercial that you're going to create, why don't we put that money into creating more educational content? That's where the value is, right? Should we make them shorter or longer? Should we spend more time on introduction? Should we change the presentation? Is that too wordy? Is it too flashy, right? Is it not crisp enough? We need to start making those adjustments based on the comments that we're getting. How many times things are being shared and what people are saying about it when it's shared, right? So all these things, over time, you have a big enough picture to understand how things are going. With that information, you start to make decisions. Like we said earlier, make suggestions, make changes when necessary. Have meetings about certain things are not going well. Have meetings about how do we actually plan better so we stay ahead. For example, if you have an event coming up, right? Instead of pushing content out 30 days before the event, maybe next year we should start pushing content out 6 months before the event, because you see the interaction. Or maybe it's the other way around. If we start 6 months early, we don't get a whole lot of interaction, but within the last 30 days, we got a lot of interaction. So maybe we should focus more of our efforts toward the last 30 days before the event, right? So all these things matter. Content syndication is something that can be geo-targeted, right? And that, again, that's one of the beauties of the digital world, where you can actually target where your content is shown. Like, you can put an asset on YouTube for Canada only. And this goes to anywhere else, like Europe. Even in different languages, you'll be able to gain insight into what it is that's needed to conquer all those markets that somebody may not be able to physically go in and build some sort of relationships in those markets, right? So what digital does is allow us to test things with relatively small budgets. You will know what's working and what's not working, and you will learn from it. And then you can propose solutions based on facts, based on real data. This can be verified, right? So if you're looking at international distribution, understand the challenges where you have to take a little bit of time and doing some research. So who are we targeting? Where are we targeting? What's different? Is it the language? Is it the culture? Is it the way people consume content? So basically, you're trying to create the secret sauce. You're trying to figure out what works, okay? And it's a tricky game of cat and mouse where you adjust a little bit, you learn more, you do this and you do that until you find that secret sauce. Once you find it, frame it like you know what works. You know how it works, right? Once you have that, then you start to create processes around it. If you can automate something, automate it. If you can have a list of, okay, this is what happens when we get new content. We have a distribution strategy. There's like a list that people will go through internally and know you do this and you do that, you push it to social media, you push it to YouTube. So companies actually would have processes in PDF documents where employees can go in and understand when we get new content, this is what we need to do with it. This is how we prepare content to be distributed. This is how we manage our content internally, right? So these processes will actually help you not having to reinvent the wheel every single time. Like you've gone through the discovery, now you understand what they need. You've produced it, your assets are now proven, you know how they're performing. You've made adjustments when necessary, right? So now we need to actually create a box where it's established, this is how we do things, right? Because in the corporate world, people come and go, the process will stay. So that's the most important thing, is that once you find something that works, manage it and sustain it and repeat it so that you can keep having the same results, and always be open to adjustments, always be open to improvements, always be open to understanding your audience and reacting to it in a positive way, in the planned manner.